Hello, my fellow Americans. In case you haven't figured this out yet, we do not live in a free country anymore. I mean, we haven't for quite some time, actually. We have the most prisoners in the world right now. More than North Korea, China, Iran, Russia. Now, granted, none of these nations are very free themselves. They're very oppressive, and that should tell you something. That being said, we will move on from that a little bit and note that a lot of these prisoners are in there for drug related crimes. Does anyone have the right to tell you what you can or can't put into your body? Everyone should have the right to inject, snort, smoke, eat, or drink whatever the hell they want. Now, it's like, they say, oh, it just causes people to do horrible things. It's like, alcohol causes people to do horrible things. Is it illegal? A lot of people will steal when they get desperate for nicotine. Is it illegal? No. Neither should more hardcore substances. Opioid painkillers are just heroin in disguise. Let's stop pretending here. And alcohol is a drug, whether you like it or not. That being said, it's like, we have, with the government trying to constantly, rip at a lot of our constitutional rights, particularly the Second Amendment, like by imposing magazine bans, body armor bans, regulating who can and can't have them. I mean, they say, oh, a convicted felon shouldn't have a gun. Well, in 1968, it probably sounded like a good idea. But the thing is, a felony can be a whole bunch of things, including opening up somebody else's mail, even if they're dead. Like if you open up a deceased family member's mail, that's tampering with the mail, and that is a felony. And in some cases, if you skip work by falsely calling in sick, that can be falsifying medical records, which is also a felony. It's like, there's just so many other things, like if somebody asks you where they can buy, for example, buy cocaine, and you tell them, that's conspiracy. And anyhow, you get the picture now, I hope. And it's just like, the government just keeps lying and lying and lying. Most gun deaths in this country are by suicides, the majority of them, like about 2/3 of them. And most homicides are committed with handguns, not assault rifles or battle rifles or military style rifles, quote unquote. The reason they're doing that is not to protect the children, the sweet, innocent little children from the school shooter. They're doing it to protect themselves from you, because they know they're stepping over the line. And they know that if they reach a point, that's how this country was founded. A rebellion. And we've had a number of rebellions since then, the biggest of which being from 1860 to 1865. And so they know they know that if they step over the line, they could very easily face some very serious consequences. And it's like, they say, oh, you can't smoke in a privately owned institution anymore. It's like, but you can just blow smog with your, semi truck all over the place. You can just have a whole bunch of factory farms that are animal cruelty at its worst, just having animals create greenhouse gas by farting, belching, and shitting. I mean, come on. What the hell is this? Huh? It's ridiculous. It is just simply ridiculous. And let's not forget the Patriot Act, where the Department of Homeland Security records every conversation we have over the phone. You know, I guess the Fourth Amendment, with that thing regarding unreasonable search and seizures, just doesn't apply anymore. And it's really, really quite sad. But I've made it my life's mission to get this country back to what the founders intended it to be, you know? And I don't think we're at a civil war yet. I don't think it's necessary right now. And I would discourage anyone from trying to initiate it, because a civil war should be avoided at all costs for reasons I've stated in numerous other videos. That being said is, you know, you have to, these days you have to have licenses for everything. You have to get certain amounts of like education or certifications for, you know, just to do just about anything. And guess what? The police in this country, they get away with so much shit. I mean, they regularly do things and don't really face any consequences after doing things that would get soldiers, you know, straight up dishonorably discharged, court-martialed, and maybe even sent to Leavenworth. And it's like, you think we live in a free country. Think again. And if you want to go, oh, they're not killing protesters anymore and all that stuff. They're not killing protesters. Back in, you know, Nazi Germany or the Soviet Union under Stalin or Mao Zedong's China, those protesters would have been shot or sent to a death camp or something like that. There's no need to do that anymore. Well, better options exist, less than lethal options. Because why? They don't need to kill anyone anymore. That would just create pesky martyrs, you know? They get the message with beanbag bullets, tear gas, and ferocious beatings, and they go about their normal, miserable lives the next day with a few bruises. And so, yeah, they get the message and they stop their foolishness and they quickly forget about what they were fighting for. But if you start shooting people, you get martyrs. You get things for people to rally behind. I mean, look at Ashley Babbitt. I mean, she was just some crazy woman. Do you think anyone would know her name if that cop hadn't shot her? I don't think so. It's just that simple. And but if we work together, my fellow Americans, and join together, we can end this tyranny. And we can come together as one nation, as the founders intended. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be good, y'all. Peace.